Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more Frostpunk The Last Autumn. So, at the moment, we're doing rather well. We have staved off our hunger issue and we are now doing abundantly well in the area of food, and we've even built a couple of docks. So, the last one we built here is for steel, and we even purchased one of these new reloading stations. So that was with our last little bit of steel, so we can't have any technology at this moment. Everything that we could possibly go for requires some level of steel, which is kind of annoying, but at the end of the day, we should be able to produce more quickly, and therefore I think that should be a reasonable trade. So yes, as soon as the next work shift begins, we should be able to go ahead and get that up and running, which will be rather nice. We'll also have a fair few more workers, which means we should be able to produce a great excess for everything that we need. So, yeah, let's just let time zip on by. Now, we still have good amounts of motivation at the moment, so I think... Oh, wait a second. Current effect on efficiency 0%. I thought it was meant to be 30%, but it looks like we didn't get that, which may have explained why in that last episode we couldn't find the efficiency boost that we were after. Either way, hopefully if it's just a little glitch, it should fix itself up as of the next morning. We can go ahead and do another evening service in another day, but for now, we're just going to have to stay with what we've got. We've made lots of good decisions to keep motivation high, so I'm not too concerned about that whole situation. But again, we will just have to see as time rolls on by. Alright, so let's see. So far, most of our houses are in range of that bathhouse. That's nice. We definitely want to keep this sawmill up and running. We may need to try and get some range extensions for that. Actually, do we even get that possibility? Yeah, sawmill range extension is further down the track, but that's still a little while away. So not the end of the world. But we do want to work our way down. We still need to build some of our bits and pieces for the construction of the generator, but we will see how that goes. Alright, so let's see. 20 minutes before people arrive and the workday begins. Excellent. There are a few more workers. Let's pause right before the day begins. Let's not lose out on any efficiency. We'll send everybody over there. That should be all well and good. And what else do we want? Well, for now, I think we'll be okay. We have no illness, so we don't need to shuffle anyone else around. Yeah, I think, you know what? Let's send the workers over there and clear out that wood pile. That should be good enough. Make sure that that doesn't turn into any trouble. And now let's see how this loading station works. Oh wow, 6.5 per hour. That is 5 times better than what we would have been dealing with 2/3 of the workers. Yeah, down from 15 down to 10. That is far better. So let's see, that's 11 per hour. That's 6.5. Okay, so I'm guessing we may need some efficiency boosts to make that work. We could also shuffle down, and that will make things a little bit clearer as well. Yeah, we've got some good avenues of progress. Oh, and it does look like that 30% efficiency does count towards our fishing. So we are fishing enthusiastically, and apparently that's helping with today's haul. So that is fantastic. Oh, before I forget, we're at 20 steel, so we need to go ahead and start some more researching. Here comes the question. Docks will become 10% more efficient. That could be viable, but I don't know if that's too necessary right now. We could go ahead and start working for more forages. That would also not be the worst idea. We could build our profiles manufacture building, which I think we probably will. Question is, what's this? Installing lightweight protective structures across the workplace will temporarily reduce the number of injuries caused by falls and blunt trauma. Each use will improve workplace safety by 1 level for 24 hours at the cost of 6 structural profiles. Ouch. Okay, that's going to be expensive. So let's see. This will give us a machine shop to produce steam exchanges. Does this produce the profiles? Yes, it does. And then Ventilation. Okay, so what do we want? I think a resource depot upgrade is probably in our near future. We're going to need storage for all of our resources. Yeah, I think that's going to be our first problem that we're going to hit. So let's go ahead and get that going. Yeah, we'll upgrade the resource depots. And you know what? Oh, I should have paid attention. We didn't pass a law in the last one, did we? No, that was my bad there. We're doing really well on food, so I think we're going to go for hearty meals. This is going to be something that keeps everybody really nice and happy. We're producing more food than we need, so that should be fine.
Regulations change.
Okay, so regulations change. Let's go ahead and switch over there. So it's now 3 food rations from 3 raw food. Oh, wow, so that's a 1-to-1 ratio. Okay, well, at least that's going to make people a bit happier. We can switch back if necessary, but at the moment we're doing a-okay. We don't have anywhere else we can spend food. So, yeah, we'll just have to stick with that. And then, what is our raw food storage capacity right now? 300. Okay, so 300 meals and storage and 300 potentially viable. Yeah, lots of standard meals and a couple of hearty ones. Okay. Well, we'll get to that in due course. I think what we should also do is maybe... do we want to build a loading... Actually, no, what? No, we should start working on our generator. Let's go for the profiles manufacture. This needs to be produced somewhere, so I suppose we should build it right in that gap. It does fit perfectly. Actually, we seem to have planned that out rather well, all things considered. So let's go ahead and pop this here. I don't know if that's what's best, but it's what we're going to do. And this way we can see exactly what this is going to cost us to create what we need. I'm assuming we're going to need a whole stack of timber. That seems to be the... yeah, that seems to be the thing that I think we'll probably end up using. That's why we have so much on this map and can call it in so frequently with our docks. So either way, we'll let that go for now. And then... yeah, that steel will be important. Pretty sure we're going to need to get more steel from this shipwreck at some time. Maybe we may have a little bit of bad weather that could stop ships from coming in. That could potentially be a reason for us needing to use that. We also have some coal over here, which we could... actually, hang on a second. Let's think about this. If we go ahead and go over to our resources, we could pop one of these right about over there. That may be more efficient, and then we could switch this over to steel and really increase our steel production. We do have a couple of extra workers. We don't need the food as of this moment. Yeah, you know what? I think that could be a viable plan. Yeah, we have a whole stack of timber in all sorts of places to go. Yeah, I think that could be an option. Let's go ahead and... you know what? We'll leave this for now. Unless we want to go ahead and build... hang on a second. Let's just double check. Unless we want to rebuild a... unless we want to build a reloading station, that could be very nice for us. Other than that, what do we want to do? I think we could go for the next level of technology. Go for optimized materials. That could be really good if that saves us some efficiency. That also gives us access to the foundry. We'll still need the machine shop and the ventilation plant. Steam exchanges. What do we need? Structural profiles for now. Yeah, well, we'll see what's going on here, and we'll make some decisions as time goes by. Yeah, hopefully we should be alright. In fact, oh, that's right. That was the other thing. Could we... no, we can't use a gathering post to collect from those piles. So... yeah, this would give us back an extra 5 people and a whole stack of extra coal a lot more quickly. Alright, and we're also probably going to need coal to keep some of these industry buildings up and running. That makes a bit of sense. Okay, so... technology. Let's go ahead and... I think we're going to go straight for the upgrade. Yeah, faster reloading does sound nice for more coal, steel, and timber coming in. But right now we're okay. I think we're going to go ahead and pick up the drafting machines. I think this is going to be what's best for us. We have the resources at our disposal, so let us make the most of it. And hopefully that should be fine. Looks like... what is going on there? Yeah, storage is getting full in a few places. Let's go ahead and build ourselves a depot. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, resource depot. We can squeeze one in there, which is fairly good as far as what's available. Oh, we can even put them inside the inner circle. Okay. Well, you know what? We're not going to build any... oh, actually, you know what? I don't know if there's upgrades for these buildings, because it does look like we could put 3, although maybe that's set up so we can put in resources. Let's check the tech tree. I just want to make sure that we've got this right. Optimize materials, protections. I don't think that that's going to be... I don't think that that is going to be what we're talking about. Oh, yeah, and here we are. Ventilation. Also, yeah, consuming coal per hour. Okay, yep, so coal's definitely going to be an issue. Allows us to produce steam exchanges necessary for the generator. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're definitely picking up this. I don't think that's a bad spot to start putting some of these resource depots. I don't know if the large ones are better, but I think if we could save that for either an extra house or maybe an extra medical tent, that is more valuable. So let's just put this here for now. That's still in range of everything. We'll set you for food so we can produce as much as we can and shuffle yeah, people around. Now our hunters, as of this moment, they are here for another five days, and then we'll have to move them onto some other location and yeah, try and find some more food. So hopefully we're all good. But if we can start getting a stockpile of food, that should be rather nice. Yeah. Between the fishing harbour and some of these coming in, we should have plenty to excess. So we'll have a couple of days worth up our sleeve. But again, we cannot be tardy. Otherwise, we may find ourselves in a spot of bother. Oh, and it looks like we can send in 14 workers here. 1 structural profile from 25 wood. Okay, so... definitely going to need a whole stack of timber. We'll be making... what are we making at the moment? We're producing 103 timber per day. Okay. Well then... that'll be at least 4. And this does take the timber away straight away, so they are dedicated to that. Let's go ahead and send in our workers. There's no point in them sitting around. And then, you know what? The cookhouse is doing fine as is. Let's send you over here to the sawmill. We'll try and produce just a little bit more timber. And, yeah, we'll see how that works out for us. Alright, but so far I think that's a pretty good day so far. Yeah, reloading station is working really, really well. That is excellent. Yeah, motivation is nice and high. That 30% increase is fantastic. I see that we need to produce 8 structural profiles. Okay, so that's okay. And how far ahead of time are we? We're 3 days ahead of schedule. So all in all, I think we'll be all right. Oh, right. And of course, we now have more people we can call in on the telegraphs. And apparently the logistical limit changes. We had 58 the other time. Okay, so this limit rises over time. Oh, it reflects the current logistical means assigned to this generator's construction site. Ah, okay, so that's why it was so far increased last time. Okay, well, let's go ahead and turn you to food rations, I suppose. That'll be fine. Coal-wise, how much can we store? Let's just see. 900. Yeah, that is fairly ample. Let's double check our... alright, we should also double check our housing situation. How many vacant beds have we got? We have 1. Okay, so we could call in 9 more people if we so desired. 9 more people would fill up all of the jobs that we have left. We could go for... Oh, actually, we have 10 engineers. It's probably cheaper to have workers than engineers. So... yeah, with 9 more people, that would be 6 to here. And then another 4 to there. That would be pretty decent. Yeah, and then maybe we could even put in a loading thing there. That'll give us an extra 5. Yeah, I think we can go ahead and get ourselves another couple of workers. So let's go with, what is this? That's 10 workers. And that'll be, that's 9. And then 1 extra would be able to move over there. You know what? How about we give this a little bit of time? Let this go up and we'll see if we can throw on maybe another 2. Yeah, and we'll just build the extra house as well as throw in a steam core, but we can't do that just yet. I think if we can have a nice excess of steam cores, that could be really beneficial. Just let us continue doing things and not get caught up, especially if we're stopped from being able to get some shipments for a while. Having a nice little bit of excess could be quite useful. Alright, so let's see. How long until we can do an evening service? We're doing fairly well. Let's see. Discontent, permanent modifiers. We have the public house, so that's a permanent decrease in discontent. And then apparently we have a daily loss, which is noticeable. Huh. And that's a permanent modifier. Okay, so we'll see how that goes. I think one of the next things we're going to do in the Book of Laws, I think we're going to start passing... Wait a second, what have we got? We've got cocaine pills? Oh dear. Yeah, low risk of death by overdose. Jolly Nelly. In cookhouses to increase motivation? Because they're getting addicted to food. Well, it's not really food, but alright. Yeah, probably wish to avoid that. Any excess deaths are not exactly what we prefer. I think what we could do is maybe go towards... if we go to sustain alive, yeah, keep them alive. Gravely ill will take up beds in medical posts, but they'll be left untreated. That sounds bad. Motivation will rise. I think what we do is we pass the uncomfortable law of radical treatment. Yeah, 30% of gravely ill become amputees, but again, we're not getting sickness much at this stage. Discontent will rise, but that'll burn down quite comfortably, but at least we can then make care houses and hopefully some prosthetics, or even just send them back to their homes. That, I think, is going to be the best way to do it. Alright, so, yeah, just a little bit of time. We'll allow that to build on up. Let's see if we can go for the, what is it? 8, what do we want? Well, that would be the precise amount up to 44. It is a possibility. I don't think we need the engineers. Let's just double check our numbers. So with the 10 that'll go here, that'll mean our engineers will be here and there. So that'll be fine. So these 2 will be fulfilled. And then with the extra 2 workers, that would mean another couple there. Yeah, I think we go up to... We see if we can go up to 15 and build 1 extra house. I think that's not a bad idea. Oh wait, 1 extra house? No, we need 1 more than 1 house, so that should go up to 17. Yeah, 17 in total. That'll be fine. Alright, let's just let that go by. Yeah, hopefully these drafting machines don't take too long tomorrow. That should only take a couple of hours, but that should mean that gives us access to either the optimized materials, which will be great for, yeah, saving us resources, or we can go ahead for finer mesh, so we guarantee our food supply. We could also go ahead and go for upgraded docks, which could also be really nice. Large resources. Yeah, there's so many nice upgrades we could get here. That'll be really nice. Oh, and of course, yeah, we can always go back and pick up that upgrade for our foragers, so we can send out an extra team and guarantee that we have a solid food supply coming our way. Yeah, I think all of those things should be good. I think we'll be fine. Alright, so what do we need? We need to produce 8 structural profiles. That's, yeah, going to be... That'll get started in the next day. Oh, there is another wall for us to pass. Let's go ahead and take the unpopular opinion right now. We're going to leave death until we have something. We could go ahead for... What have we got here? Building a cemetery? That's not too bad. Although each burial will decrease motivation. And motivation will fall slightly. Either that or repatriation means... no risk of disease, we'll need that. Preparing bodies for transport costs wood. But we don't get hit with the same kind of morale loss as they get to go home. And then maybe we could even go for company funerals as well, if the company pays. So that may be a good idea. But for now... What does that cost? 10 wood? You know what? Being ahead of the curve wouldn't be bad, and that would also guarantee that we'd never deal with any disease from having unburied bodies, and we could just quickly build that morgue somewhere, and then we'll go for the sickness, because at the moment we're doing fairly well as far as health is concerned. Yeah, we may even be able to pass the bare knuckle boxing at some point. Yeah, it may give us a little bit of an injury, but again, that's for discontent, and we're still A-okay. So you know what? Let's go ahead and tell people that if for some reason the worst should happen, we will have a repatriation of bodies. That is what we're going to do. Alright. And we can easily start building that.
New regulations.
That's a fairly large building. I'm not liking the prospect that that implies. Not adjacent to street. Honestly, that's probably not the worst. We could build this right here. And then we could continue the path out here for the gathering post if we so desire. That wouldn't be the end of the world. We could pop that back there, but I feel like we might be wasting a little bit of room that might be better for other buildings. But again, we will see. Destroys resources, not adjacent to street. Probably don't want to do that either. Yeah, placement doesn't quite work out if we go there, which I'd rather do. I don't want to come across awkwardly and, yeah, that could be annoying. So, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and pop this up over here. That's easily fixed. And then we'll go ahead and we will run these streets around the outside just in preparation for those gathering posts, because I'm sure we are going to get to that at some stage. Alright, I'm glad to hear that even the dead won't be left forever in this hellhole. Yep, at least after death, we are guaranteed to return home. That's not too bad. So we have 2 days to do that, but it looks like our motivation is going to be excellent. So, yeah, that seems to have been a popular decision, and probably the right one as well. Alright, motivation drops a little bit, but that's a-okay. Let's go ahead and fire off our evening service right before our morning shift. That should keep things all nice and high. In fact, what we could do is we'll carefully monitor this just so we're not at the absolute maximum, but we can work our way back above. Like, I'd like to stay maybe 1/3 into the final sector. Okay, so the morgue has been built. Now we can preserve our dead before we send them to London. Motivation rises. Illness will not be an issue. We do have some more food that needs to be produced for today if we're not going to cause too much trouble. Let's send... Yeah, realistically, I think we can send a single worker there. That should be fine. We're making 7 per hour. That'll be about 80 per day. Okay, you know what? Let's see if we can double that. There we go. Okay, so that now means 15 per hour. That'll be more than enough to feed everybody. So that's all that we need, but we can still focus on our wood production. We need... What else do we need? We've got more food coming in. Oh, we should go ahead and call on in some more work. Oh, we need that to increase by just a small margin. 52. I want that to be 54. And that's 53. Come on. You can do it. There is an event, but I think we'll wait just a second because I'm sure I'll forget. You know what? Never mind. Let's just, oh, we've had an accident. Oh dear. Okay, okay. Work safety concerns. Sir, a few of our people fell ill from breathing strange fumes wafting from the shaft. It could have been worse. One of them passed out and another fell from a scaffold. We can't ignore health hazards any longer. From now on, safety level of every workplace at the construction site will be monitored. If it is low, people working there will get sick. If it is very low, they might get injured or die. Okay. Pass a law improving safety? Yes, I think that is something that is viable. Oh, and we have a new book of laws for labor. Okay, good thing we're well set up in this other situation over there. So, we have a dispensary, so this will cure us gravely ill with potent chemical medicines. Wow. Okay, so pharmaceutical options. We have a short shift. Building the generator is exhausting and dangerous. When people are not overworked, they will make less mistakes. Okay. Shorten the workday in the generator facilities to 8 hours. Raises safety by 1 and motivation rises. So, you know, swings and roundabouts. And then what else have we got? Safety procedures. This means people will work slower but safer. Increases workplace safety by 1 level. Motivation rises. Using safety procedures lowers efficiency by 25%. Ah, okay. And then it looks like we have after-hours equipment maintenance. That could be good. And then what else is there? Works standardization. I'm not seeing anything after dispensary. What about over here? Extended shift or 2 shift? Huh. Well, extended shift is fairly standard. Yep. Increases to 14 hours. We know this from the base game. Yeah, it causes discontent. Discontent will rise again. Yeah, hopefully not as deadly as the 24-hour emergency shift though. And then we have 2 shifts. We can accomplish our key goals twice faster if we throw twice the manpower at them. I like the theory, but I'm not sure it works. You can permanently extend the workday in any facility to 24 hours. Workplaces on 2 shift need double the manpower. Working on 2 shift causes discontent, and discontent will rise slightly. And then there's coordination and compensation. Okay, well, I guess we're going to probably move towards motivation will rise slightly. Yeah, I think short shift is probably going to be our better option for now. I think that's losing only 20% of our workday as opposed to 25% efficiency. That will probably be where we start. But either way, we'll get to that in a couple of hours when we get that option. Let's head back to the telegraph station again. Got to get up to that logistical limit of 54. There we go. 1 more worker. That'll be... Just double check our housing. Yep, 1 vacant bed and then 2 more homes. That sounds great. And then we can get that steam core as well. They will arrive tomorrow. So, we've got that going. We have... What are we working on? Drafting machines. That's almost finished. Oh, right. We have sick people. We need engineers. Where are our engineers stationed that we could happily move them? It looks like it's going to be the... Yeah, it looks like it's going to be here. Let's go ahead and bring that down by 3. We'll drop this by 3. We'll send the workers there to cover that shift from the sawmill. And as long as these people get treated, that should mean that, yeah, they'll get back to work nice and quickly. Luckily, it's not more than 5 people, so we should be fairly good. Yeah, we also have the efficiency due to high motivation, so that's super useful as well. Yeah, that'll be rather nice. All right, and that is the drafting machines researched. So, optimize materials. What does this do? Careful selection process reduces the material cost of structural profiles by 20% and time required to make them by 50%. Ooh, that is nice. Let's see. Foundry. What is this? An advanced foundry where iron, coal, and rare minerals are combined to produce heat-resistant steel composites. Okay. That's a little ahead of where we need to be. I think... generator, yeah, ventilation. Let's see. Improve safety working at the construction site. At this stage... maybe this counts as a construction site. This entire circle. Yeah, that wouldn't be surprising. Yeah, that wouldn't be surprising at all. In fact, you know what? We need to keep on making some of those. So let's go ahead and get them queued on up. Yeah, what do we want to do? So we've got a little bit of steel, but not a whole stack. I think this is going to save us immense amount of timber. In fact, you know what? Let's cancel one of those. And I think paying less is probably going to be one of the most important things for us. I do like the idea of getting more finer mesh. Being able to increase our food production, that would never be a bad idea. Same with the extra forages. Oh man, that's such a difficult choice. It's either one or the other. Either that or what else have we got? Faster docks, efficient gathering. Kind of a question of what we want that comes down the tree. So we do have the upgraded docks that are good for us. We can also move down towards steam reloading stations. That will also be quite useful. The sawmill upgrade, I think we'll take that and then move straight into the range extension for the buildings that we have, so we're not wasting where they are located. We could go ahead and pick up the forages to guarantee good food. Yeah, I think that's yeah, the cost is only 20%. That's not huge. We don't need to make a ton of them right now. I think what we're going to go for is more forages. That way, when those extra people arrive, we can still afford to send out people. Although I am also tempted to go for the medical post upgrade, because that infirmary will be very important. Actually, what we could do is, if we get the infirmary at some point, we may be able to deconstruct that medical post and put it in the same location. Yeah, and make better use of that little section there. Yeah, that may not be bad. Either that or we'll put it somewhere else and have a secondary facility just in case, which we'll leave unmanned. Yeah, both of which could be rather ideal. Alright, so either way, we've got that going. You know what? I think if we're going to start using things that are going to increase our safety rating, we may want to go ahead and upgrade our coal pile here to that unloading dock. Sorry, the, what do we call it? The reloading station. Yeah, I think that could be good, but we'll do that in a second. Okay, letters from home. Okay, I see a trend here. Sir, many people back at home are facing starvation. A well-off relative of one of our engineers sent him a large parcel full with treats. Should we hold onto the food? It may stir trouble, God forbid, fuel a parallel economy. Ouch. Okay, discontent will rise, but we gain free food rations. Not terribly sad about that. Or give the man his parcel. Oh. Fuel a parallel economy. Yeah, we don't... You know what? We're going to try and say... afford what you can. I would rather... Oh, this is really difficult. Extra food rations is really nice. That's going to obviously make him upset, though. But at the same time, too... No, we'll give the man his parcel. We're not hurting for food. We'll try and, we don't want to tamper with his mail. It's probably a crime. So either way, you know what? That's a good spot to call things for today. I think we're doing relatively well. Yeah, motivation is high, discontent is non-existent, and we have more food and workers coming on in. So if you do want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.